Welcome back. Have you been on the lookout for a plant-based recipe that doesn't scrimp on flavor? Look no further. Chef Matt Dean Pettit's got you covered with today's Daily Dish. We're making pulled jackfruit taquitos. So here's what you need to follow along. Jackfruit, canola oil, a red onion, garlic, water, lime, chipotle powder, some cumin, smoked paprika, whole wheat tortillas, sour cream, fresh mint, fresh chives, and Matt's barbecue sauce. And I believe that we're gonna start with that famous homemade barbecue sauce right now. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Trace, how are you? What's going on?
I'm great. I'm excited to see this recipe because I know jackfruit is often used as sort of a meat substitute. So it's going to be very cool to see how you use it in this recipe.
You know, it's still summer. I know it's getting to the end of it, but with that being said, let's look after our beach bods a little bit here as we get into the fall. So jackfruit, part of the bread family from Southeast Asia. Super crazy to look at. So Trace, these things actually become about 40 to 50 pounds in size. They can be. It's got these little sticks and bumps, and it's pretty difficult to get through, but if you can get right in there, you'll see there's little arrows in here, which is where the meat is. So when you've got a young, ripe jackfruit, you're gonna look something like this. And we're making pulled pork today because you talked about my barbecue sauce, and we took this jackfruit. So actually, there's quite a lot of protein in here. So there's about 3 grams of protein per serving. For all of our vegan, vegetarian friends out there. So barbecue sauce, I know we're starting off with that. So mine is a ketchup base. So I use ketchup, I use beer, I use cumin, I use molasses, brown sugar. I put it all together on a saucepan and I bring that together for about 20 minutes. I let it cool. And as you can see here, the power of TV, we've got a beautiful, smoky, rich barbecue sauce that we're gonna use. But let's jump in to our pulled pork recipe, which is made with our tasty jackfruit today. So we're going in with about 6 tablespoons or so, give or take, of canola oil. So canola oil going right into the hot pan. Next up, Trace, red onions with nice little texture, nice little flavor. Everybody's going right in there. So we're gonna walk ourselves and speed right through this. Jackfruit. So what I saw and I showed you is this is what the jackfruit looks like in full form. It is a real pain. There's a lot of nuts in there. I should say this is part of the breadfruit family. So make your life easy. You can buy canned jackfruit, strain it off, remove the syrup, and away you go. So everything's going right into our hot pan here, which is awesome. So we've got our jackfruit in, Trace. We're gonna add a little bit of water and lime juice. Okay, so we just want that to sort of, you know, reduce down. We're gonna do chipotle pepper. So we want this to be a little bit nice, you know, a little bit of a kick in there, Tracy. And we're gonna add a little bit of smoked paprika, complementing our barbecue sauce. From here, we're gonna move into cumin. Are you a cumin fan, Trace? Do you like that smell?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
So next up, I've got my barbecue sauce in. As you can see, we're just gonna rip that all together. We've got that, and the power of TV. We've got our pulled jackfruit. I want to cook that off for about 15 minutes. Trace, now look at that. That's going to be the exact texture and looking like pulled pork. So you're taking whole wheat tortillas, and what I want to do is I want to spoon it from edge to edge. So as you can see, Trace, you can have the kids help out here. This is a fun part. We've got our baking sheet here, and I want to set that oven to 400 degrees, and we're just going to bake those off for about 8 to 10 minutes.
I love it. It's so nice that we have so many plant-based alternatives now where you can replicate the taste but still keep everything really light. Matt, thank you so much for that. You can find that recipe on our website, that's cityline.tv. And